So today's project, here's, I don't know if I've shown y'all, this is a EcoFlow 3600 watt solar generator, which is nothing more than a battery pack with a inverter built in it. It's a pretty cool deal. And originally, you can see under, those are foldable. I have three 160 watt solar panels. So, and I have done some experimenting with that and found that with three 160 watt panels, that will give me about, I don't know, it's like about 380 watts. That's not really enough to run that motorhome. So, I ordered three 400 watt panels. And so I'm fixing to open those, and we'll take a look at them when I get them opened. All right, now I got to lug one solar panel back here. They're pretty heavy. I think they weigh about 48 pounds apiece. I'm not sure the best way to... These things may just be too big to use, but heck, you don't know if you don't get one. We'll figure out some way to use them. All right, like I said, these things are pretty dang big. You can see how big it is compared to the height of the tailgate. We'll see if we can get this thing open. Hopefully, they're a lot smaller than the boxing that it's in, I hope. Of course, like all packages, it looks like it's packed pretty good, like a box in a box. So now we got, all right, this box here, it's got some foam inside of it, like it's, you know, well packaged. Exactly what I've got here yet. That puppy's still pretty heavy though, I can guarantee you. Well, yeah, this, you need this shoulder strap. All right, so what we got to do is get this thing up. Of course, I know it's not going to work here in the shop, but I just want to look at it. Some more packaging. All right, there it is. It's still folded up. Still folded up in the back of the truck. Let me see what I got to do to set that puppy up. All right, let's see what happens here. Just it's definitely not just a really quick setup, because I got three of these plus Three 160 watts. Now granted, if I'm boondocking somewhere and I'm there for a couple of weeks, this is no big deal. But I don't think this is for just the overnight stay. Hey boy, that don't look anywhere near close. All right, maybe I figured something out. Maybe I didn't. This is, you know, it says you can put it in this position, or you can actually position it more vertical. But they say after 10 o'clock, just lay it flat on the ground is your best time, and then leave it there till 2, and then at 2, you start pitching it again to the angle of the sun. But let me give you an idea how big that thing is. Now, keep in mind, I got 3 of these, and I need to wire them in series to furnish the power I need to that little EcoFlow generator. So I'm not gonna, I mean, I think I've took enough of your time with this one, but you gotta learn somewhere. So, you know, hopefully you found that interesting. I mean, I'll tell you what, I did hook up the little 160s, and oh, they were a pain in the ass, yeah, but they're about a third of this size, and I hooked 3 of them up. It was really no problem. And so I didn't think this, and it's once I get it figured out, it's not going to be a problem, other than the weight and the sheer size storing that thing. But we're just going to have to adjust. You know, we may have to, you know, we don't boondock all the time, but on the occasions we do boondock, that may not be a trip for the Harley. We may have to just put those panels back here to carry them. We will figure out something. But anyway, of course, like I said, I'm not going to take them outside today. That wind's getting it on. And oh, maybe first sunny day, I won't bore you with the setup. But once I get them set up, I may show you how good they're working. I hope they're going to work good. They cost enough that they better work good. So yeah, here's just another angle. And like I say, you can you know, you can pick them up more this way if you need to, but I hadn't figured that out yet. But I saw in the instructions it does tell you kind of how to do it. And all right, just so you know, you can see that against my Polaris. That's the size of one solar panel folded up. Yeah, it's not terrible. I mean, the box makes it look a lot worse. Still a pretty good chunk of equipment there. So I'm going to unbox these other 2. I'm not going to go set them up. I'm just going to try to get rid of the boxes. So you know how that goes. I probably can't hook them up and test them for another week due to this weather. Then I got these big boxes, and I'd like to just throw them away, but you know how it goes. Whenever one of them doesn't work, they'll say put it back in the original box, which typically I've already thrown it away. In this case, I am gonna, well, you can see the first box made me think of it. Already kind of crushed it up over there. So these next 2 boxes, I'm gonna keep them for a little while until I make sure everything works. So I am gonna go ahead and unbox them so I can sort of put them where they'll be ready to get out when I do test them. So all right, so I noticed after I opened the second box, it's a little different. I guess I didn't pay attention, or I don't know. There's all kind of setup instructions right there in the lid. Maybe I got a little, well, if they're in Chinese, there's a little bit of English. I guess I just didn't look at that, but I think I've got it figured out right. So, you see this. The first one, this little manual was in a plastic bag, and it was in a plastic bag with 4, I don't know what you call them, little hooks. This one has, I've not found, maybe they're in there, but it's packaged different because, like I said, this was in a plastic bag with 4 clips. So I'll see if those clips are in here. But to answer that question about the little clevises or clips, this box does not contain any. I mean, they're easy to get at Walmart but it should have came with them. So that's what I like, is consistency. That's the way the world's getting. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. All right, here's the third and final panel. Let's see if we get a packet in this one. No. Once again, there's no packet. There's only this manual. However, the manual in this third one is much thicker. You can see the third one has a thicker manual. The other one's had a little old, hell, it's a pamphlet. The first one did include this packet here with 4 clips, which I already took off, and I left them onto the deal. But dadgummit Echo Flow, come on. I mean, I hope these panels work, but you're not including. I mean, I'm not sure how much money you saved by not putting 4 little clevises in there. Well, don't worry, I can get them. So I just want to complain a little bit. Well, I tell you what, yeah, it's time for a cold one, but I'm going to the back here. I'm just going to have a bottle of water. That right there, that's my special sauce. So yeah, that beer looked delicious in there, but you know, went to the doctor the other day and all my numbers, including my weight, I'm sure y'all hadn't noticed the size of my belly in this deal, but she said you need to kind of start cutting back on that alcohol and eating. And so about a week ago, I started a carnivore diet. I think doctors hate that. It ain't nothing but meat, eggs, bacon. It's good. But I tell you what, it satisfies you, man. Only eating 2 meals a day, and I just eat until I'm satisfied. I'll eat, and then I've sort of incorporated that into what they're calling intermittent fasting, to where I only eat within a 6-hour period, and then 18 hours, nothing but water, and I drink a little iced tea, and so far it's working pretty good. I feel good. My blood pressure, man, it's perfect. It's normal. When I went in, you know, it wasn't deadly high, but she just noticed it was higher than the last time, my doctor, and she said, you know, she kind of got on me a little bit. So I'm trying to keep my numbers right. So I started that diet, even though that old beer looks pretty good in there. But you know what, it'll wait a few weeks, and hopefully we'll see some substantial changes to my numbers, and well, I mean, a couple of beers every now and then ain't gonna hurt nothing. But no, this diet's pretty good. I mean, I'm not overly hungry. I don't snack. So if you're thinking about losing some weight or whatever, you might look at that carnivore diet. I was watching a YouTuber named Camper Van Kevin, and you know, he's a big guy. He's had some medical problems, and his numbers were kind of getting messed up. And I kind of watched him, how he did it, and he did the carnivore diet, and it's working for him, and it's working for me. So cheers. All right, here's the bigger user manual, and I learned why it's bigger. These little ones have some instructions in English and in Chinese. So this is your 2-language version of the instructions. And this one, it's the same thing, except, hold on, let me back that out. It's the same thing, but it's like about 5 more languages involved. There's English, Chinese, German, Italian, Canadian, Indian, Swahili. I don't know why you need it. But if you'll notice here, it says what's in the box. Shows a protective case, yeah, solar panels. Shows 4 snap hooks, but no, 2 of them it did not have. User manual and warranty card, yeah, they all had some sort of a user manual. None of them has a warranty card. Says that there's a solar charging cable. No, there's no solar charging cable. So, yeah, I think, I don't know what the deal. I guess they're trying to save money on me. I don't know what the deal is. I may contact them and try to find out where all that extra stuff is. I mean, it's nearly not even worth messing with, like those little hooks. I mean, like I said, I can get probably all 4 of those for like $2. And the charging cord, I mean, I have one that I was using with my 160 watt panel. But yeah, I don't know. I wished I did have one of those cords for every panel that I had, but I'll figure it out. So far, the panels look good. They're packaged good, but they don't include everything that they're supposed to. So I'll try to find out a little more about that. Well, I was telling you about that carnivore diet, and the secret to it is just have bacon accessible at all times. So that's what I'm doing now, and looks like that wind's picking up out there. All right, mission bacon accomplished.